ghost orbs, more particularly spirit orbs. Now, when you hear the term spirit orb or ghost orb, you might think, okay, that's going to be, a dust particle floating in front of a camera, or maybe a bug in front of a camera on a YouTube show or something like that for ghost hunting. I have 2 experiences with seeing actual orbs out in real life. The first one was when I was a kid. I lived out in very, very rural Canada, and me and my buddy, we were walking one night on one of the streets. Well, on this street, one side, it's kind of like a little parking lot area. On the other side, it's going to be a cemetery. While we were walking, it was late at night, I looked over and I saw that there were some green lights above this cemetery. We looked at them. We were kind of like, oh, that might be like a string light, some memorial or something like that. Didn't really think too much of it. But the next day, my almonds are activated. I'm thinking, I want to go see where those lights were coming from because there's no energy that pumps into that graveyard. It's out in the middle of nowhere, right? So I walk over. The only lights that are in there are the little solar powered fairy lights, 6 inches to a foot up off the ground. These things were 15, 20 feet up in the air. They were green and they were moving. So I legitimately thought it was like a string light that was kind of dangling, but it didn't make any sense. And I saw them a couple other times. Unfortunately, never got pictures of it because phone cameras at that time were not super great. Now for the next light or orb, I was in my bed in an apartment in Tulsa. And I woke up because my fat orange cat, Tubby Toby, had jumped on top of my back. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, man, what are you doing? Why are you all up on me? And he scratches the back of my head trying to get away from something. I look down at the bottom of the bed, and there is almost what looks to be a really long black cattail that's moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I immediately was like, that's not good. I don't know what that thing is, but that's not good. Just as I thought that, I kid you not, I pinky promise on everything that I am, a white light came down from my ceiling and started to hit this tail. It was super, super weird. And it looked it looked as weird as it sounds, like CG in front of my face. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it looked like CG. I'm wide awake at this time. I am sitting up in my bed at this time. I'm not half asleep. I'm not sleep paralysis. I am sitting up in my bed watching this take place. But the white light hits this thing enough that the thing retreats out of my room and it's gone, and the white light just sinks to the ground. It was an incredibly weird experience and not one that could be repeated with shadows or anything like that. I stayed up nights after that trying to see it again, just to see if it was a flashlight outside of my apartment or something like that. But where the windows and everything were in my apartment, it didn't make sense for any outside source of light or shadow to come in and cause that sort of a weird disturbance. So what do you guys think? Am I crazy? Have you guys ever seen a ghost orb in real life? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.